Alright, alright. Should be here. Let me see. Hey, give me a second. I'm making sure everything's working. Okay. Let's see. Loading. Test. Alright, so what we're going to be doing today is, first of all, thank you guys so much for 100 views. It's a big achievement. I know that, and I would like to do 2 hours of coding along with requests to show you what to do. I'm going to be redoing my first video on how to make leader stats. Now you're going to go to server script service. Add the plus, this is an explorer. Now you can either look for script or you can search for it. I'm just going to click it since it's right there. Now what I like to do is call this leader stats. Rev everything here, do local, which stands for a variable. What we want to name that variable is leader stats. Now this is going to be, well, first of all, I need to do something else. The game, which is the Explorer, basically is why I like to say, players, which is this player added. Now this is an event, so this is like JavaScript in Roblox. Where it is, if somebody joins, this will run. You're going to connect this which means it'll start a function, make a function, parentheses. This is what we want to call the player. We're going to just put CLR one. From here, I'm going to do local. It's a variable creating. I want to name it your stats. What's equal to? It's equal to an instance.new, which is just creating something, whatever is parenthesized. So it is instance.new folder. Now it could do your stats.parent equals player, but this is a shorter way to do it. After you put the name of it, put a comma, then whatever you put up here for what the player is. It's PLR. And now, leader stats dot name. Put this in the leader stats dot name. We're going to call it leader stats. It has to be leader stats, exactly like this. So now, say you want to make a currency. So I'm going to do this. Local coins instance.new. Like, coins won't be the name if you change it, but I'm just calling it coins for a variable. It won't be its actual name. It's an instance.new integer value. Now, the difference between an integer value and a null value is integers cannot go negative, which is good. So now we added it to leader stats, which means leader stats is its parent coins value equals 0, joins like that, and coins name. I do not change this. This will ruin the script. But this is whatever you want to call it. So I could call it money. Call it cash. I could keep it at coins. I could call it points. Now I'm just gonna call it tickets. So let's see how this is going. Alright. So when we join, this should make a custom leader stats up here. It's loading up. Now, C as our name as the tickets and set to 0. But say when something happens, you want to add tickets. So, here. A good way to do this is to create a remote event in replicated storage, which is in Explorer. I'll name it whatever you want, but I'm just going to be calling it add tickets. Now, say you want to add tickets when you touch something. I'm going to make a part. Let's see here. Make it a 4x4x4. Why not? And how about green? Going to be money. So, say you want when you touch this, it'll give you points. Well, tickets is what we called it. Going to add a local script in here. You can name it to whatever you want. I'm just going to call it touched script. That script inside. But anyways, in the touched script or whatever you call it, we're going to write script.parent.touch. Means the script.parent, which is a script. That's parent, the part. When it's touched, which is an event, we'll connect into a function. Whatever we want to call the thing that's being touched. The hit. What we want to call the function is hit. And now it'll make hit a child of whatever touched it, which is important for later. Do this. If hit is up here, which is function dot parent, like I just said, the hit will go into, it will become a child of whoever touched it. So now, if hit dot parent, find first child, which means we're checking if something is inside it. A good way to make sure it's a humanoid, which is a character. The player, you should know that. Good way to make sure that is that, because it'll have a humanoid inside it. Want to check if there's a humanoid. Then, this is what we want to do. So what we're going to do is game.replicate storage here. Add tickets event, or whatever you rename the event to. And we're going to do colon fire server, open and closing parentheses. And what this means is, since this is an event, we are going to make it say go. So when it's hit, and if it's a person, it's going to fire, it'll say go to it, which basically means that. Now, remember how I made this event and how I'm firing it for this script. Now, I'm going to go down and put a comment. This is optional, but I like doing it. Adding tickets event. Oh, now. I'm going to put in solid-state storage, add event, or whatever you renamed it, on server events. Remember how I said it's an event, you're firing it? That means whenever it happens, when you say go, it'll fire the event, and when it's on the server event, it'll connect function. Use it with nothing in them. Enter end with a bracket should appear. So what you're going to do is do coins dot value coins dot value plus so when you touch it, you want this to be however many coins it'll give you when you touch it. So about 5 of them. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to make some light space first of all. Then what I'm also going to do is script.parent colon destroy. And this is in the touch part again. This way you can't just spam it and get a whole bunch. This is just an example. You can also make an event for anything else. Like if when it has a drop down, like game not where spot where like see how it pops up? If you see this, a lightning bolt, it means it's an event. So say like when a button is touched, like mouse button will click on the Julie, like that is an event. So when that happens, you could fire the server onto this event, of course. Then this will pick it up, and you can just have however many points you want to add. I'll just do 5. I'm going to add a spawn point, which is basically just like where you will spawn the. I hope you knew that. I'm going to make it super small, transparent, can collide. Oh, this is important. This needs to have can collide on, which means there's a check mark if you want to do a touched event. Now, so the spawn point's right there. On my spawn, this should work. I don't know if they've updated it, hopefully not, but you can touch this. Interesting. What we're going to try another event. That failed for some reason. They must have updated it because I've done this before and it does work, usually. But say, like I said earlier, Cat Julie. Yeah, Scream Julie over here. I renamed this. You can name it to whatever you want. But I'm going to call it Click for Tickets. I'm going to add a text fun. And this is a pretty good way to make Julie's. If you want to, like wherever you want it to be, I suggest it be in a corner for it to look really nice, but of course you don't have to. 15 from there. I'm going to make this the background color a deep blue, but not too deep, just about this color. The text color is going to be completely white, scaled, and I'm going to make the text. It looks best if you do all capitals. It's on the font. These for sans bold. The next part I'm going to do requires a plugin. If you don't know how to do that, I'll show you. You'll go to Toolbox. See here? We'll do Plugins and look up Roundify. I already have it, but if you don't, click on it and install it. And then once you do that, you can find it up here. I have other things you don't really need to worry about. Roundify. I'm going to drag this to down here. Did not mean to do that. Just a second. Now I'm going to adjust this index for this. Make sure these two are selected. Now select this. I'm going to press Roundify. See how that looks nice? I'm going to make it look even better though. Now a text label. I'm going to put this in the same place. I'm going to make this index, which is this. See, it's index 2. I'm going to make it index 3. This is the text button, which is where you'll click to get it. And the image, which went inside, which is the roundify. Going to make that 2. That way it fits. Now this is the next one that you can see. So now what you're going to do is drag this, I'd say about 5. So it's on 51. I'm trying to get to 56. 57 will do. But I'm going to roundify this. I'm going to make the background color the same one, except you're going to move it a little bit to the right, like this. Now the background color, I'm going to copy that. Going to go to the image inside it. Get the image color 3, and paste that. I'll go ahead and get the text on here. Press backspace. And this I do. Of course, you can make these different colors. Just make sure the one on top and one on the bottom is bright. Always looks that way best. But now, it's this. Let me check if anybody said anything. Nope. Right. If I say anything, that's good. Well, not good, but good that I haven't been missing out on anything. I'm going to close out Roundify. And now we're going to create a local script inside the button. I'm going to rename this to click script. Now, script.parent, which is the text button, dot mouse button, one click. Now, the script reads two types of mouse clicks. Mouse click 1 click, which is the left click, and mouse click 2 click, which is the right click. Mouse click 1 click, mouse button 1 click is, I've been meaning mouse buttons, but mouse button 1 click, that means it's left click. Mouse button 2 click, it means it's the right click. Now, script up parent on mouse button 1 click when connect, which means it's starting a function. Now, you don't have to put anything in here, but say you just want to look smart when you're doing it. Like, you won't really do anything, but you can put stuff in there. But now, you're going to do game.replicate storage. It's here. Game is the explorer. Add tickets event, or whatever you called it. Fire server. Alright, so now that's done. This should work, and I really hope it does. Close chat, it's a little bit in the way. And BAP. See how we clicked it? Look at the tickets over here when I click. It goes up by 5. For some reason, this doesn't work. I guess they updated it. So now, let's do something a little bit about coding with GUIs. So what we're going to do is going to get the GUI, and we are going to, let me see here. Say we also want this to move to the bottom corner when we click it. Well, I'm going to get this and this, obviously. This and this. Move it down to the bottom corner. That way, if you're wondering how I'm selecting these, I'm holding control while I click, and I do that for all of them. So it selects everyone that I clicked on. I'm going to do position in the properties. Well, say we just, let's not make it look good. Let's just have the button. Anyways, say we want to just move this part, the good part, but going to get the position. 51 studs. Trying to. There. Alright. Now what we're going to do is add some white space. If you don't know what white space means, it means just room to be neat. It's easier on your eyes. We're going to do a script parent, since script's on here. Parent. Now we want to move it smoothly. Like you could just make it to position and it'll go bang and it's there. But you could make it go like slide. I'm going to do script parent :TWEEN between EOSITION. If you do auto select, there should be parentheses, but if there isn't, just go ahead and put some stuff. UDIM2.new. UDIM2 is like vector 3 is positions for blocks, but UDIM2 is for GUIs. Equals tween position UDIM2.new parentheses. Now what you're going to do is you're going to paste the position from earlier, but get rid of the pointed brackets. And now in between these two closing ones, we're going to do comma, and then we're going to do quotation marks out and comma quad. I won't get too much into this, but if you do balance, it'll balance. There's a whole bunch of other ones, but keep out. Keep out. And the speed, I'm just going to put it to 2. The lower it is, the faster it is. But there we go. If we want to make it so every time we click it, the lever go down here or here, we could add a Boolean value. Full value, name it 2, is on top. Now we could do this to value is true because it's already on top. And we could put in here if script.parent dot is on top, which means script.parent dot is on top dot value equals true. Then I'm going to add a in here. There. And else. This is checking if it's true, and if it's not, it'll run this else function. So now here, what we're going to do is script.parent tween position. Go ahead and take this, get the tween position. Not the tween position, the normal position. Copy it. Put it here. And get rid of the pointed parentheses or brackets, whatever you want to call them. Oh, we forgot the UDIM2.new. Let's do UDIM2.new and highlight the numbers. Do this. It automatically puts them around it. Make sure you spell UDI. Hello. This is a capital. Make sure capitals and everything are right. And comma out, just like the top, and comma quad, just like the top. And the same speed, but just space 2. Now that means if we do this, we'll go down and then up if we click it again. That, that, okay. Not bad. Let's see what went wrong here. These are not the same. Let's just rewrite the line. Script back here. And to get this position, since it's currently at the top, paste that. There's these things. This and 5 tickets. Interesting. Oh, you know what we did wrong? So since it'll go down here, and this value didn't change, so like need to change that. So the parent dot is on top. Top value equals false. And space and some white space. There we go. So now let's see here. It's loading up. Get tickets. Get tickets. You can make this on any GUI. Just make sure to use the tween position. If you want to keep being able to, you can just put parent dot is on value is true. White space, and now you should be able to do up and down, up and down. Oop, oop. Hmm. Since this is going to take 2 seconds, I'm going to wait 2 until that value is true. I'm going to add the same. Okay. Now, let's see here. Bop, 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 bop. It's pretty good. Right. So now, let's talk about how to make things their position plus some. Like, say we want this part. Let's add click detector into it. Click on click detectors. And the script inside the script detector. Let's get this over with. Let me show you how click detectors work. Local click detector equals script dot parent. Now local part equals script dot parent, which is the part. And now we can do function click. We're going to do some parentheses. Going to do this. Now, it does not know what click is, so let me show you what it is. For now, click detector dot mouse click, which is the event when it's clicked, whatever it is under, like it's under the block, but a child of the block. That's what I meant. So now, since that is done, we are going to do this, and let me see here. We've been going for 30 minutes already. This is fun. Going to connect. Now, instead of putting a function here, which we are actually going to do, this is a function. Click. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect. Click. Which means now it will run this. So let me explain this. It sets a function. We're going to do whatever we want, like how make it plus its position. And click detector dot mouse click. It will connect. It'll do click, which is this function up here. Whenever it's clicked, it'll connect and run this function, which is here to here. Everything in here. This line that's blank. Not know if I did a good job of that, but so now, how to make a thing go forward. Most people do script.parent.position equals vector3.new and some numbers, wherever they want to go, how much forward they want it to go. But that will just make it go there. When we click it again, it won't do anything since it's already there. So now we have the part defined already, so we can just do part.position equals part.position. This means it will be there, the same place it is, but we're going to add 3.new. Size parentheses, number x, number y, number z, which is all the things that I can do. Like y is up, x is across, z is the other across. It's hard to explain, but let's just make it go up for now. 0, comma, however many we want to go up, comma, 0. So now when we click this, it should stud. Right? Slowly. Now you can see here's a click detector, and when you click on it, see here, click. Ooh, not do it. Let's try and make the script simpler. I'll show you an advanced way to do it, but click detector, mouse click. Now I can do part opposition. Right. So now this should work. Odd. I have no idea why that is not working, but pretty odd. If you ask me. We can move as we go. That's fun. That's just confirms to you would definitely not be able to do that in a real game. That would be wrong. So now, thank you guys for 100 views. I will be doing more than just this, but I will also be doing 2 hours, as I've said. So, I'm going to end it off here. It has been 37 minutes, just about, and I will do another. Let's see, another about 87, so an hour and a half of more recording today. Probably live streams. Oh, I'll see you guys later. This is it for now. Bye. Thanks for watching my first stream, and thanks for the 100 views.